right, guys, we are going to start on our wonderful clay sun project. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to cut out our wonderful design that we created last time in art. And this is going to be our template that we'll cut out, in clay. We'll put this over the clay and cut it out. This is a really fun project. I have done this before with 5th graders and they just love it. And it will be a fun art piece that you can hang up and you can have it forever and ever, because once you fire it, it is permanent. And you can remember that when you were in 5th grade and a student at DOS. All right, so I'm going to place this on my clay. Now you can move it around to where, let's see, the rays will best fit. I'm going to move it around this way. And like that. All right. Okay, now we're going to give you a stick, and I want you to hold it vertical, and we're just going to cut it out this way. And I like to clean my stick as I cut it out. And also, guys, we are going to save all the pieces that we cut out, because we're going to use these for our features. So do not roll those up in balls. I'm going to keep them like a slab. We're working on a slab of clay. So keeping my stick straight up. I'm cleaning my stick as I go. Put these aside so I can use them later. Now this one is kind of running off the slab, but I can kind of manipulate it with my finger later when we take this off. Now I'm going to pull this from the end and go out. There's another slab of clay. Okay. Almost done. All right. Now we can go over, we can either use a skewer or this stick and just go over the features just lightly. You're going to imprint the clay just so you'll know where the features go. Artists always plan ahead before they do their project in 3D. They do a 2D design first. It's always important to plan. Okay. Just not an exact. Now, I'm going to do the mouth. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a few of these rays, because what you'll probably want you to do is be consistent with your design. So if I'm going to do something like this, then I would, I could do that on all of them, or I could do every other one. It's up to you. You're the artist. Once I've got it kind of planned out how I want it, I'm just going to go ahead and take very carefully. Oh, I had these too. I had this part. Okay. I'll make symmetrical things here. All right. Now I'm going to very carefully take it off. And it's kind of gotten moist, so it's okay if it kind of tears off. Just kind of do it slowly. Okay. Now I'm going to put that aside. Kind of. No, we can always flip it over, right? Like this. Okay, now this is where I'm going to just kind of pinch this ray here with my fingers and form it like this. Okay, then you can kind of, you know, work it a little bit more, like give it some more movement if you want a little more movement in the rays. Form it with your fingers. Oh, but I had the other side. That's what I drew. I can't do that. Okay. So I would peel that off. Okay. So now I'm going to start creating my coils. And so I'm going to roll it into a ball. And then I'm going to roll a coil. Now, one thing about clay is that, you know, you don't want to play, you want to really know what you're doing with it. You don't want to play around with it too much, because the more you do, the more it dries. So, but this is very wet clay, which is great. This is really, really wet clay. All right, now, so I'm going to form my eyebrows. And I'm also going to make a little ball for the eye here. And then I'm just going to do a little lid on top. Now this is just one, I'm just showing you one way you could do it. There's many ways you could do an eye, but
Right. Scratching.
Yeah, I didn't talk about scratching. So we're going to take a skewer. Now those of you at home could also use like a toothpick or a fork. A plastic fork would do. So you're just going to kind of scratch the clay. And you also score it on the side, the other side too, like this. And then put the eyebrow on there. Okay, so all of this, you're going to want to do that. I'm going to take this back off. Now I'm just going to do one eye because y'all will know how to do the other eye. Score it and put it on. And then I'm going to score it here. And put it on here. I'm gonna take the whole thing. I'm gonna score this part. And this just really helps the clay adhere better together. The clay is so wet. Normally we would use slip, but we were not gonna really need to do that because we're doing this all in one day. And this clay is very, very wet. Okay. Okay, now the nose. I'm going to do another coil. Go down the center. Now I could do like a triangle. And add to it like this. And of course you want to score it right on the side, on the back, on the bottom. Okay. Oops, I'm not gonna have those. Okay. You can also use a pencil too for holes, that works well. Okay, and then a little mouth. You could do all kinds of mouths. I mean, you could do more of a geometric mouth. I'm just gonna do something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and score. Score on here. Put it back on there. Push down. Okay, and score the bottom of this. And then you're gonna think about, you know, the thing about clay is texture. Texture makes it so interesting. So you could even do, now let's pretend like I'm not gonna take time to do the other eye, but to do this, the other eye the same way. You can also do a hole on top like this for the eye. You could have some lines in here like that for decoration, for design. You could do some designs all the way around like this with your stick. Think about all the different ways you could use the stick for a texture. Okay, you can make two cheeks if you wanted. Of course, you know, just score it. Score it on the back, like tic-tac-toe. Put it on there and make a little design. Okay, and then, oh, you've got your rays too, so remember you want to clean your stick as you do this to make your designs on your rays. Okay, you also want to make a hole. Need a straw. You could put a straw in there. I don't have one right now with me, but just poke a hole right here. We'll show you how to do that for it to hang. Let's see what else. Oh, and you also would just want to make sure that all these edges are smooth. See where this is? You want, because it's going to dry the way you see it. So you want to just make sure that both sides on your rays are smooth. And again, this clay is so wet, it's easy to do this. Okay, so you smooth everything, and
we'll put our name on the back.
Put our name on the back. Yes, ma'am. We gotta put our name and teacher, because we have how many classes at fifth?
5.
5 fifth grade classes, and teacher. And let's see, is there anything else? Oh, just to make sure that the clay is really adhered, you might want to take a little of the clay and push it down just to make sure that it is attached to
so it
the
doesn't
slab.
pop off.
So it doesn't pop off when we fire it. See, I'm just grabbing the clay and pushing it down just a little bit. And that is it.
Okay, and then to put it on the...
Oh yeah, and then when we're done, we're going to lay it very carefully on these plastic bowls.
On a
And we're
paper... Oh, I thought it was going the other way.
Oh,
Oh, that's all right.
yeah. So it's gonna go like this.
Does it go on a paper towel?
Yeah. I don't know what I'd do without Miss Benner. We're gonna put our paper towel first so it doesn't stick onto the bowl. And then we're gonna just very carefully
There
push
it
it down a
goes.
little
That's
bit.
pretty.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
And that's it.